If you are a fashion designer and you don't know how to make the simplest auto-gele, just like this one or other easy headgears for your customers, you keep telling them you don't know how to do it and they take your job elsewhere. This video is for you. Make sure you watch till the very end because I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to make this auto-gele. Welcome back again to my channel, guys. So without taking so much time, let's get right into this video. I'm going to be making use of this pink ashoke for this tutorial. Now this is half of it. This is half of the roll. If you want a full and a complete roll, you can actually buy the full one, but I have to go for half because I don't want it to be too bulky, and I'll be using this pink thread to go with it. So make sure you use a matching color of thread so that it's going to rhyme with the color of the ashoke. So this is half, as you can see, and it's going to be enough for what I want to do right now. So the first thing I want to do is to start cutting out my pieces. The first piece I'm going to be cutting out is the V-shape effect, that the V-shape design at the front, and I will be cutting 16 inches into 4 places. As you can see, I've cut one and I'm about to cut the other 4 pieces. So this is actually going to be for the cover, that's V shape at the front. So that's what we'll be using this one for. So you cut out 4 of it. We're going to be sharing it into two on one side, 2 on the other side. So guys, you might want to take note of all these measurements and take note of all the numbers I'm calling out. You might want to just write it down so that you don't forget when you're doing your own practical. So the next piece I will be cutting out right now is 22 inches, and I'll be cutting 2 of this. This is going to be joined to the V shape. It's also part of the first cover. Now I'll also put that aside. And then the third one I'll be cutting, the third piece I'll be cutting is for the base. Now I'll be cutting this into 3. The first one was 20 inches. I used 20 inches for the first one. This second one, as you can see, is a little bit longer, an inch longer, 21. The first one is 20. The second piece is 21, and this third one I'm cutting now is 22. So you can see each piece is just an inch longer than the other. Look at how I arranged it so you can see it clearly. So one is longer than the next and the next is longer than the third one. So you will see why I did this as we keep moving. So now the next thing I'm cutting now is the main auto-gele fan, the one we are going to use in making the fan. And the length I'm using right here is 51. You can use 55, okay, depending on how long or the circumference of the person you're making for. So you can use 50, 51 to 55. It's okay. So these are all my pieces right here. And lastly, I will be cutting out the handle. So I'm cutting the handle of about 11 inches. You can use 12 inches, it's still fine. So I'll be cutting this out into 2. So this is going to be for the handle, for you to be able to tie it at the back. So guys, all pieces are ready. So I think the next thing is to move straight into joining them one after the other. So I'll be starting with the one that is into 4, the one that is 16 inches into 4 pieces. So I will be joining 2 together and another 2 together. I don't know if you understand. So I have 2 separately, 2 on the other side, 2 on this other side. So the first thing you want to do, just watch what I am doing. I'll just fold the edge inside like this. All right, whatever I'm doing on this first 2, I'll be repeating it on the second one as well. So you just run a straight line on it like this. All right, take it to your machine and just run a straight line, and then after that you start forming your pleats. All right, you want to form your pleats gradually form your pleat. You can make it a bold pleat, you can make it tiny pleats. It's just your preference depending on what you want. So you take it to your machine and you stitch it just a little bit below your pleats. All right, then the next pleat you're going to form, make sure the next pleat is overlapping on the thread line that you previously sewn. Okay, let me explain that. Make sure that the next pleat you're having, make sure it's covering the thread line that you sewn initially. So you do this on both sides. I've taken it to my machine so you can see what I am actually doing. So you can see I'm just trying to run a straight line. By the time you form your pleats, you have to use your machine to secure it so that it's going to stay in one place. So at the end of the day, you would see what it looks like. So by the time you're done pleating, this is what you are going to have. You can see the both of them right here. So you just go ahead and place one on top of the other one like this. That way you're going to be forming a V shape. So this V shape is going to form the frontal of your gele. So you take it to your machine and just sew like this. So guys, the next piece I'm joining right now is the one of 22 inches into 2. Okay, this was the second one we cut out. So I'm going to be placing one just on top of the other one. I'll take it to my machine and just run it straight down. So watch the way I am going to be joining this to this V-shape front I just made. Make sure you get the midpoints of both. Get the midpoints of your V-shape piece and then the midpoints of the other one, and then just place it together like this. All right, place it together in such a way that the middle of the upper one will be rhyming with the middle of the down one. So you're going to take it to your machine and just try to make a straight line from one end to the other end. So after sewing it, you want to have something like this. All right, so this is a way of joining it to make it longer, okay, so that it can actually go round or cover the head circumference. So go ahead and trim off the excess and then find a way to pipe the edges so that it doesn't lose or tear out. So you either fold it into two, but it's going to be very heavy depending on the kind of machine needle that you're using, or you can actually use the bias to run the edges all the way to the down. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to be doing, the next piece I'll be working with is this piece that has 20, 21 and 22. Okay, so I'll be joining them together, and make sure you're joining it middle to middle. Don't join from one area. You know one is longer than the other, so make sure you join middle to middle so that you can have it accurately. After joining it, you can see my 1 inch difference. You can see it is not equal at the edges, so this is what we want to achieve. So now let's go into making our pleats. Now watch how I am going to be making my base pleats. So this is the main base, and this is how I make my pleats. So I prefer to use the edge of my table. That way it's going to give me exactly what I want, and it's going to be very easy. So this is a very simple way to get your pleats done. You can just find yourself the edge of a machine or the edge of a table, just a sharp edge, so that way you can be it will help you to form your pleats better if you are a beginner. So here you can see I have formed my pleats. Go ahead and rewind this video so you see how I achieved this. So now I'm just going ahead to arrange it properly so that it can be equal. After doing that, you just use a pin to hold it. So guys, I kind of attached a handle to this first base I made. I'm sorry I didn't get to record that, but it's just me adding one strap to one end and adding another strap to the other end. So just make sure you add a handle to your first base. So to make sure that your pleats get to both ends of this base, I would advise you get a dummy head So you want to get the middle of this base. Remember, we pleated just the middle, and your pleat has to get to both ends. So I'll be using this dummy head to complete it. Use a pin to secure it at the middle like this. Then extend your pleats on both sides of the base. So now I'm going to be using this part to show you how to make your fan gele. So just watch how I am folding. First of all, I'm folding inside the first layer. So after folding that first layer inside, so you're going to be forming your pleats just like so. This cannot be explained verbally, so it's better you watch how my fingers are moving and how I am grabbing them. Okay, grabbing it to form pleats. So this is how fan gele is being formed. So now let's do it proper using the 51 inches length that we cut out initially. So keep folding your pleats right on top of each other gradually, and as you're folding, there's a way you are going to be dragging it. All right, you'll be each pleat you make sure that it is overlapping on the previous one that you did. That way it is going to be forming something like a circle or a spiral curve. So this is how you keep overlapping your fan. You keep overlapping your pleats and it will gradually form like a fan. So I'll take it to the machine and I'm trying to show you how I'll be securing my stitches. So you're going to be stitching halfway. Don't stitch to the end. Okay, don't stitch to the end, just stitch it halfway. So the more you keep piling up your pleats, the more you keep stitching. You can pile about 3 or 4 and then you stitch on top depending on how much your machine can take. So I'll be completing this on top of the base. You can see the base that I already formed earlier. So you can do this halfway. Just be creative at this point. So you can place your fan halfway like so and just match it up by the corner like this. Anyhow you want to go about it. All right, this will give you room to be creative. You can make it full just like this. All right, and then at the end of the day I'm going to use a needle and thread to tack it to the base like so, or you can sew it if it's going to allow you to sew on the machine, but here I'll be using my needle and thread to tack it very neatly on the base. So at the end of the day, this is what my fan and my base looks like. So I have the fan on top of the base. So here is the handle. Lastly, we are going to be attaching the handle, and this is how you are going to place it. All right, from the back you just place it like so and then use your needle and thread. Make sure it is tight. Okay, very tight. Use your needle and thread to secure it very well. Secure it very tightly, and then you're going to be flipping it over to the front. And with this we are done. So like I said earlier, if you're a fashion designer and you don't know how to make this for your customers, guys, you need to jump on this video. You need to save this video, leave us a comment, and if this video was really helpful, drop a like and do well to subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your comments, I appreciate your shares, and I also appreciate your likes. See you guys in my next video.